Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of The Dad Life. Today we're going to take an interior look of the 1966 Thunderbird, and we are going to get reaction from our friend over here, Weston, at the YouTube channel GlassPack007. So if you like gaming channels and you like to watch some gameplays, check out his channel. You're really going to enjoy it.
What's up?
All right, Weston, why don't you go ahead. What we'll do is we're going to kind of hop in. We're going to start talking about the interior, and then we're going to hop in and we're going to give it a further look. We're going to get some reaction from Weston.
Third-party source.
Third-party reaction to a classic car. So first, we're going to open up the door here. And again, these doors are heavy and big. Now in this car, we've got the door plate right here. This tells you all the information on the vehicle. It tells you the VIN number and all the information about the model. This is the original door plate to this car. It has not been reproduced. Now, if you look at this door, this thing is honking. It is ginormous, but we do have the original ivy green door panels inside this car. It is a padded foam material with the stainless steel trim. Now, of course, there are a few things that don't work quite right on it. You know, the lock doesn't come all the way up like it should. The controls for the mirrors aren't working 100% properly. And this little plate has come loose, but we're going to get this all fixed. These door panels are easy to remove. But we do have green carpet. This does look like fresh green carpet. You've got an interior light right here. And you've got, you can see some, you've got the door foam in here, again, to help seal it up. This is the button. It tells the interior lights to turn off and on. And again, that was stuck a little bit. And here again is the electrical fittings into this door that tell it to function. Now if we take a look inside, just right here from the outside, you see you've got your two bucket front seats with a console dash in the middle. Got your glove box there. You've got your ashtray with cigarette lighter. Now our ashtray is cracked right here. Remember, this is a 55-year-old car, so we're gotta get a new piece there. We've got our steering wheel with the original column. You can tell by all the scratches on it. That's from moving. That steering wheel is the slide-away steering wheel. It moves from side to side. Part of the reason why it does that is to help it make it easier for you to get in, but also it helps you keep the car in park. These cars, as they got older, had a notorious problem where you'd put them in park, and if you didn't put the parking brake on and turn the steering wheel to the side like that where it locked it in park, they could come out of park, slip out of park, and start to roll down your driveway.
Not very
and that's not very safe.
Wasted.
So again, but if we're looking at the dash, you got your center console, you got your functionality features in there, you got your speedometer, you've got your oil gauge, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, and amp gauge. Tells you how your battery is. This car does come with factory air conditioning. So you got your factory AC vents to the right. And we'll go ahead and get in on the other side of the car and we'll show you some more features there. All right, we're inside the Thunderbird now, and we're going to take a look at some of the interior features. First, we got really good brand new headlining. This headlining's been redone. It's brand new. Very, very simple but elegant headlining. You've got your covers here.
Light covers?
These are for your they call them now, of course the names escape me, but used to block the sun.
It's funny because they don't have mirrors like modern cars. It's just like a sun blocker.
I know, it is just a sun blocker. And honestly, they have a name, but I forgot what it is. But these are original. You can tell they're original foam plastic. They're in great shape for how old they are. You got your mirror here. This is your review mirror, and it's got a function for day and a function for night.
What does it change?
It changes the angle of the mirror so the light doesn't reflect directly in your eye. It reflects away from your eye. But here is the steering wheel and steering column. Again, this is the slide-away steering. So the way this works is it goes into there into position. When you park the car, you kind of pull it up and forward, and it'll slide over and it locks in. And then when you want to bring it back, you bring it back here. Now, this is your gear shifter right here. These had a tendency to wear out over time. And so you'll notice that the gears can get a little sloppy when it comes to shifting. It's just that it's worn a little bit of the metal away on the shifter over time. And the way you fix that is with a little welding. You just weld a little spot in there, file it down, and it's good to go. But here's the beautiful steering wheel for this Thunderbird. And again, I'm a bigger guy, so it's a big wheel. It's right up on my lap. And I'm right in this thing, but that's just how these old cars were. You've got your horn right here. You've got your Thunderbird logo inside the steering wheel. This piece comes off, and it's how you tighten and take apart the steering wheel. This is your turn signal indicator right here, and again, that activates your sequential blinkers on the side. Your instrument cluster here. This is your speedometer, 0 to 120 miles an hour. It is on a rolling tumbler in there. This one needs a new speedometer cable, so it does bounce around a little bit, but at least it is functioning. You come over, you have your light switch right here, and again, the interior lights on this aren't working. It's probably just a switch, a very common issue. It's got a 2-point switch. You pull it forward for your interior lights, pull it on for your exterior lights, and then you can turn it to do the brightness of your interior lights. But again, that is not functioning, so we need to replace the switch, the actual switch in there. This is your starter right here. Again, this one needs to be repositioned and tightened up a little bit, and we're going to do that. You have your factory AC vents in here, and what's amazing is the factory AC works. It actually blows very cold, which is surprising for how old this is. 56-year-old air conditioning system.
Well, the quality too. They probably put more effort into making it high quality and work well.
It was a high quality item, that's for sure. And it was expensive too. It was an expensive add-on. Here in your middle cluster, you've got this is your aftermarket radio. It's meant to look like the original one. I don't know. It's good enough. Someone put in an auxiliary port. You can tell how long ago they put it in because it's the long pin. It's not a lightning cord for an iPhone. So
I got original iPod Touch first generation.
It'll charge up the iPod Touch for Glassback 007. But here you have your AC, and again, you have it off. All vents are closed. You can turn on your heater, your AC. You can turn on the fan. You can turn on the fan pressure, like how whether it's max or minimum. This is your rear vent. That's what I was talking about when we were talking about the fresh air. It comes in from the front and blows out the back. This right here is your your window switches. This is lock, unlock for your doors. And these are your window switches. These are your 2 main windows. These are your 2 back windows right here. This up here, cluster, this is your windshield wipers. That controls the speed. This is your fluid. And you can do them both at the same time. Again, these type of levers were a feature that you saw as far back as the 50s on the Lincolns of that era. This is your 4-way flasher light. You turn that on, and it flashes and lets you know that they're on. Again, it works. It's just that flashing light is intermittent, so we need to check the electrical. This should be door jar should be the middle one, I believe. That should be flashing, and then that one I think has to do with the seat belts again too. This is also your door locks. This will lock and unlock your doors. When you turn this on, there's a little bit of a vacuum leak, so we're gonna have to check that out. This is your this should all light up at night too. Wipers, washers, left air, rear air. These are your vents. Manually open them, manually close them. One of them's a little stuck, so we're gonna have to get in there and figure out why. This is your clock. You can see it's missing the dial that you can turn it with. Obviously the clock's not working. We're gonna take that clock out. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna get everything working in this vehicle. But overall, that is the interior of the classic Thunderbird. Again, here, if we want to look in the back, you got the rounded back seats. You got your fresh air. That's a speaker right there. And you've got an armrest right here. Again, all the original vinyl. It looks fantastic. It's in great shape. You got your ashtray right here because everybody needs to smoke in the 60s. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful car. Again, not 100%, but we're going to get her up to snuff. We're going to get her going.
So with this cord, does it charge or does it connect to the speaker system in the car?
It'll charge and connect with this cord.
We should try and connect the iPod.
So we can definitely do that. But you got to remember, this car works. You can turn on the auxiliary. That should turn on the electricity. There's your
alternator.
There's your, no, it's using battery power.
Oh.
And so here's your radio station. Oops. There you go. And if you do mode, you can turn it to aux, and we can plug it in here. See, now it's charging. You wanna? It tells you it's an iPod.
That's cool.
So we're gonna turn on some music. You have anything from the '60s?
I believe I don't, sadly.
You have anything from the '80s?
Yeah.
Turn on something from the '80s.
Back to the Future, how about that?
Oh, there you go. We had a DeLorean. There we go, a little Huey Lewis. We won't let it go too long because we don't want our video to get flagged. But we're going to take the Thunderbird for a drive and show you how it starts up and have some fun with it. We'll see you next time.